What do we have going on out of the Southern District of New York? I mean, can it even get any more dramatic and circus-ish at this point? It's just a big circus right now. What's going on politically out of the Southern District of New York? As if the people can't see it. As if the people are not aware of political prosecutions. Now you have the NYC mayor Erick Adams, who has been officially indicted. And a lot of what you heard in a press conference from the DA has actually been pretty manipulated, pretty much fabricated. And what do I mean? Well, the good thing for the NYC mayor of New York, Erick Adams, is that he has excellent legal representation. He has Alex Sparrow. He's an excellent attorney. He's the former Elon Musk attorney. And from everything that I see, he is zealously representing the NYC mayor. I mean, if you're going to have zealous representation, this is what it should look like. Okay, when you look at what Alex Sparrow is doing for the NYC mayor. And I say that to say, based on a document, you see a chart. The DA is really being misleading with the people, with the public. I did several different lives and I did several different shorts before this discussing different things about the actual NYC mayor indictment, the politicization of everything, just how, everything coming out of the Southern District seems to be political. And then I also found out something. I'm glad I didn't finish everything and do this actual video before it's time. And is that Erick Adams actually gave Sean Combs, Diddy, an actual key to the city of New York. And that just seems like strange timing. That seems to be just strange timing, strange everything. Like, this is just a circus at this point. I'm sorry. I have no credibility in the prosecutions out of the Southern District of New York. I think they're political. And in the case of Erick Adams, even other attorneys are currently saying right now that even the amount for federal court is a joke. In fact, Alex Sparrow, the attorney for Erick Adams, is literally saying that the actual amount is not even what the media told you, around $100,000 in upgrades from tickets from the Turkish airline. That it's actually $26,000. It's like even like a small fraction of even that. And from what I gathered and just from what I'm seeing from media reports and a lot of other things, this is for political prosecution. It's a distraction. And it really is. They're bringing charges against him based off an informant. And from what I even know about informants these days, there's no real police work being done. People are listening to uncredible people who are not worth listening to, and they're actually bringing cases against people based on informants, drug addict informants, informants that have lying and character flaws and issues, informants that have other type of motives, innuendos, and agendas. So basically, the DA of the Southern District has an informant, one staffer, and who apparently got scared, flipped, or maybe was a plant the whole time to set him up. Despite emails being sent out saying, do not take money from foreign leaders. It's clearly outlined in an email from the actual mayor. I'm hearing other attorneys say, or one particular media attorney say that, he's not going to be mayor for long. I don't know about that. I will hope that Erick Adams can continue being the mayor and finish out his term. I know it's hard to have a special election, which has to be within 60 days. And I know that the other election for mayor is not going to be from a year from now. And I hear the former mayor, Cuomo, is actually considering running for mayor as well. Cuomo, he's considering running for mayor as well. So you got a lot of things going on right now in New York. It's terrible. Okay. I believe justice should be blind. And when you are led by politics, this is a message to all DAs and just criminal defense attorneys already understand this, but I think DAs is really who's making the judicial system look very, very shameful in the public eye. It's not that politicians are, you're damaging their trust. No, we're recognizing that these are political prosecutions. Here you have the current mayor, Erick Adams, who came out against immigration, came out and did not toe the party line. You had AOC come out and threaten him and literally say that he has went too far to recover. In other words, they need to get rid of him. She publicly said, that she was going to target him. And that's exactly what I believe has happened. I will also say another thing, just as far as the details of what he's charged with, there's like some conspiracy, wire fraud type, like 1 or 2 charge or something like that. And I'm thinking concerning money or funds around these tickets or whatever things. But basically, it's all out of literally like airline tickets and upgrades. And as Alex Spiro pointed out, that's what airlines do. They upgrade. It costs the airlines nothing. They're open available seats. They do this for other diplomatic individuals, athletes, and other dignitarians. So there's not necessarily the main bulk of the case is based on upgrades from tickets. Like, I think this is just getting ridiculous. To smear a black politician who didn't toe the party line. We know that they want a monopoly in New York. We see what's going on with from Trump to just all of this stuff is coming out of the Southern District. Like, look at how many high profile prosecutions that are political prosecutions that they're handling. It's just ridiculous, if you ask me. But all of the charges are gearing towards these tickets and upgrades. I've never heard anything like this. So because these people got upgrades, etc., and they're making it seem like, oh, this was worth this amount of money. Well, according to other things, that wasn't the case, according to the criminal defense attorney. So it's just ridiculous. And another thing, just to point out what the DA was trying to say in one regard, found out to be very manipulated and very I would say influenced is in an unethical way, an unethical manner, is that this was 7 years ago, the flights that they're talking about, a particular flight with the Turkish government, and 5 years before he became the actual mayor in office. So some of the things that they're making you think in the media, and they really do this to tarnish you. That's why you got to be very careful what you're hearing from the media, because even our judicial system and leaders and elected leaders will put things out in the media that they know is not fully the truth. It's propaganda. It is something that they know is misinformation, disinformation, and it can slander you. It can completely destroy you. I've been through that as an elected official, former ethnic vice chair of the Michigan Republican Party. Before my election, I ran, they smeared me. And I still won my election, but they smeared me in such a way that this is what they do. They lie. They take things and then they put things out there, and then they put like 3/4 of the truth that they don't tell you. And by the time you beat the case, by the time you won your election, guess what? The damage is done, and they don't come back around and say, hey, can we get this on record to get this correct and we apologize? No, they don't come back and apologize. This is just what they do. So in the case with Erick Adams, this is 7 years ago they're talking about with these upgrades from tickets, etc. He had clear instructions not to take foreign funds. And I also would challenge him and his whole campaign and administration to not deal with Turkey. Everything that's going on. Erick Adams has been a very outspoken advocate for Israel, speaking out against anti-Semitism. He spoke out against the immigration issues there, saying he was going to ruin New York. And he did a lot of good things. Honestly, there's a few Democrats that have motivated me and encouraged me and inspired me, and I had never even thought about. And there's quite a few. Fetterman from, I believe, PA, Pennsylvania. You have, I believe, Dean Phillips is another. You have RFK, obviously, Robert Kennedy, and then you have the Tulsi Gabbard. So you got quite a few Democrats that I think that are really inspiring, but they're catching hell from their own party. And when you don't toe that tone, I will put also the mayor of New York. Okay, Erick Adams. He's another person who I felt was a strong black man, strong image, and look at how they want to tear him down. They want to raid the Gracie Mansion. They want to make you look just historically, they just gonna make you look like the worst Al Capone. Okay, and it's just ridiculous that they would get away with this. We need some house cleaning in our judicial system, and it's not right. I'm serious. It's not right. I don't trust the judicial system. I don't see these people being able to, be fair. I'm seeing a lot of politics, a lot of things. I'm even seeing hints of people getting involved with law enforcement in the judicial system that agrees with Sharia law, but that's another video. But, my thing is, this is America. We have a constitution. Lady Justice is supposed to be blind, so we have to stick to that. I just wanted to give a video. This is just, I guess, an intro video. I did several different shorts before this that talked about a lot of different things, the politicization of things, and just how these political prosecutions, they're just horrible, man. They're despicable. I can't even express how wrong they are when you are motivated by politics and you're doing this, and that it's everywhere. I see it. I've been through it. It's wrong on every level. So I pray for all of these people who are going through fights and struggles. And it's not about the letter of the law. It's not about the laws, but it's about being judged in a court of public opinion. And that's wrong. Public opinion, as I said in former videos, is not the court of law. Okay? The court of public opinion is not the court of law. So no matter how much these people try to persuade the media and all this other stuff in social media, stay away from the propaganda. Stay away from misinformation and disinformation. Really stick to what, research. Get FOIA requests if you really want to know somebody's case and what they're going through. Get official documents. There's ways of doing it. Contact me. I can help you do it. Okay, I know how to do FOIA requests. I know how to collect documents from courthouses. If it's not sealed, if it's public, you should be able to look at it. You can go to even their court dates. So I would say if you're going to keep up on something, do it the right way, because you can't count on media. You can't count on these people to tell you the truth. These people are making it seem like that these are corruption charges where he's accepted millions of dollars or something. And they're talking about at minimum $26,000, at best around $100,000. And this is from multiple attorneys that said this is not even the type of amount that you will be dealing with in federal court. It's wrong. And this is a former police officer, a man of high integrity. He served the law. Why are they doing this man like this? Just to try to ruin him. This is how bad, and I'm going to personally say, the establishment Democrat Party, the Obama, Kamala 2.0, Biden, all these, this is wrong what they're doing. This is wrong. I do not represent that type of politics. I think it's terrible. It's ridiculous. We should frown on smear campaigns, smear tactics. We should frown on all the type of political prosecutions. It's wrong. This man wasn't even in office with the stuff that they're saying he's accused of. They're making it sound like he was actually in office in the mayor of New York when this stuff was happening. This man, this is 7 years ago, 5 years before he even became mayor. And I would also just say, rule of thumb, I wouldn't have got involved in trying to help the Turkish embassy finish anything. Now, I don't know if that's just out of his duty and equally to everyone or not. I don't know if that's even true. But I wouldn't have gotten involved with the Turkish government. I kind of feel the Turkish government could have set him up. So these are just things to think about. The Turkish government, you can't trust the Turkish government. Okay? You just can't. You can't. And their views of black people is not the best. Okay? In Arabic, black means slave. These people, I was just in Dearborn at a Dearborn event. I'm not going to even say the politician's name because it was a very positive event. But my interaction with certain Arabs and certain Muslim Arabs, that they want to use Sharia law to get involved in all of our politics, American politics, and influence that. America is not Sharia law. We're not compatible with Sharia law. Our Constitution isn't compatible with Sharia law. So again, I would have never dealt with the Turkish government like that. I just wouldn't have done it because obviously look at what happened. And then even some of the communications I heard, man, they just trying to buy him. They was just trying to buy him. They were trying to influence him, I think, and they were trying to set him up. And I think he should have been well aware of it. But I know he has a great, excellent Alex Spiro. He's an excellent attorney. He's doing a fantastic job with tearing down the lies and everything that they're doing. Bravo. It was great news to hear and see him have such great legal representation.